Are the U.S. ready to use force?
Well, yeah, again, as I mentioned, our focus right now remains on the defense of Israel and on the protection of U.S. forces. If you take a step back and you look at U.S. force presence in the region writ large, we have been focused for a very long time on regional security and stability, and that's not going to change. When it comes to discussions that we have with our partners in the region, of course, those are opportunities, again, to reassure U.S. commitment towards working towards regional security and stability, and our appreciation for the ongoing open communication and the ability to consult with leaders throughout the Middle East and Central Asia. So,
use force in case Israel will need military support.
Again, I'm not going to get into hypotheticals. What you saw happen over the weekend was an incredible and extraordinary response by the U.S. and Israel and coalition partners when it came to defending Israel. And I think we've been pretty clear that we don't want to see escalation into a wider regional war, and I'll just leave it there. Janie.
Thank you.
Thank you, General. Russia and North Korea. Russia said it would increase the deployment.
Y colaboración estrecha la que existe entre Israel y los Estados Unidos, a pesar de que Washington no estará detrás de un futurible, al menos dicho a la clara, o dicho a la cara, mejor expresado, Estados Unidos no estará detrás de una respuesta que pueda dar Israel contra Irán, pero eso sí, la colaboración es estrecha entre ambos países e insiste Pat Ryder, en que la situación ahora mismo es de escalada de tensión de la violencia en Oriente Próximo. Vamos a mirar al mercado unos instantes a ver cómo está reaccionando también a las palabras del Pentágono el conjunto de los inversores. ¿Qué está sucediendo ahora mismo en renta variable? Nos quedan apenas 37 minutos para el cierre de negociación en los mercados durante esta jornada de lunes 15 de abril. De momento retrocede renta variable, 1,20 lo que cae el S&P 500, 1,70 el índice Nasdaq 100 con delay. Les repito y les insisto para que tengan en cuenta que no es una cotización en tiempo real, a pesar de que los futuros van a 17.714. El Dow Jones también con un hueco bajista de 6 décimas porcentuales, es el que menos cae, y disparada la volatilidad, el índice VIX un 10,69%. Vamos a ver el resto del mercado, la fotografía completa. Commodities, cómo está ahora mismo el petróleo, el Brent, la referencia del crudo aquí en Europa sube, lo hace menos que hace unos instantes, 7 centésimas arriba, 90, aguanta los $90 el barril. El ligero West Texas se acerca a los 86. Ahora mismo el oro actúa como activo de refugio, entra capital, el metal dorado, la onza, $2.384. Intradía ha llegado a tocar esos máximos en los 2.385 hace apenas unos minutos. 1,78 el hueco alcista que presenta el oro a esta hora de la noche. Seguimos escuchando a Pat Ryder.
So is there going to be a deployment of additional forces into the region? Does the U.S. feel that they have the appropriate force posture in the Middle East right now?
I don't have anything to read out or announce today in terms of force posture. Of course, as a matter of course, we're constantly looking at U.S. forces around the world and where we need capabilities and assets, but don't have anything to announce today. Joseph.
Thanks. Can you talk about who from the Middle East helped in these operations, these counter-Iranian operations over the weekend? And then can you talk about, did the U.S. provide any assurances that if they were to take part in these, then the U.S. would, help defend any potential responses from Iran? Because we saw Iran did threaten some of these countries that reportedly took part.
Yeah, thanks, Joseph. I appreciate the question. As you know, we're going to allow any partners to speak for themselves, so I don't want to speak for them when it comes to any participation. I'll just leave it there.
Sorry, just to push you on that, I mean, you guys have said the French and the British helped in these, so you can't talk about any other countries that helped?
I think the French and the British have publicly acknowledged their participation, but again, I'd refer you to them to talk about their specific operations. Let me go back here and then to you, sir. One second. Yes, ma'am.
Thanks, General. Ukraine's Foreign Minister Kuleba seems to suggest that if Ukraine received 7 more Patriot batteries, they might be willing to stop attacking Russian oil refineries, which has been criticized by U.S. officials. Is that something that's being taken into consideration by DOD and the administration, or is it subject of discussions with allies?
I don't have anything to announce as it relates specifically to Ukrainian aid other than 2 things. One, we need Congress to pass the supplemental And two, we're going to continue to consult closely with Ukraine and our allies and partners when it comes to their most immediate needs to defend themselves from Russian aggression. Yes, sir.
Thank you, General. The Iraqi Prime Minister is here at the Pentagon today. Can you tell us what they discuss about the presence U.S. troops in Iraq and how important to you are relations between the Iraqi army and the Peshmerga forces as well? And I have a following question.
Sure. As mentioned earlier, the meeting is ongoing right now, so we'll have a readout following that meeting, which will provide some additional insight into the discussions. As it relates to our views on the value of Iraqi security forces to the U.S.-Iraqi relationship, I mean, we've been working very closely together for many years now, and we value Iraq as a partner. And we greatly appreciate the work and support that we've done with the Iraqi security forces, to include Peshmerga forces. Louis. Sorry.
As you said, General, missiles from Iraq were fired at Israel. Can you tell us from where in Iraq and which group was responsible?
I don't have any information to provide in terms of point of origin, other than one of those missiles was a ballistic missile that was taken down in the vicinity of Erbil that was en route toward Israel. And that's all the information I have to provide. Louis.
Sir, yesterday the White House put out that President Biden had made a